God bless you everyone. Etherlink has set aside $3 million to reward active participants. This is a 2-in-1 airdrop farming, and I'm going to walk you guys. Now this video is the exact material you need because currently there are no documentations on X. I have checked X literally for a documentation on how to do this. There was none. I figured everything out and I want to show you guys the click through on how to get this done. The second part is watch this video all the way till the end because, like it or not, Testnet tokens are the basics, are what powers your activities on Testnet, and that is what qualifies you to get the reward. And I know that quite a number of the community are struggling with Testnet tokens. So going forward, I want to support and show my act of love to the community by sending 0.1 Monad Faucet tokens to members that really need this. If you watch the video, somewhere I'm going to be announcing the directions on how to claim that. Now, without further ado, let us jump right into the details of how to position for this. Now, this is a 2-in-1 airdrop, guys. So first of all, this is the 3 million that is recorded. All of this has been, registered on the smart contracts, and it is slated to end the 5th of June. So we literally have less than 2 weeks to get working. Now this is capital intensive, so I would recommend you have something like at least $100 so that you can participate at least in one pool, which is the USDT and the USDC pool. In order for you to get started, you need a referral link, and I'm going to be leaving one for you in the description box, which will give you access to set up your Superboard account. And when you do, you're going to access this page. I have talked about Superboard before, but just to explain that in under 30 seconds, Superboard is like the gals of Web3 or the Interact, where you can actually have exposure to other Web3 projects. So while you're completing tasks of this Web3 project, you're going to be earning SUPR, which is the native token for Superboard platform. These guys have not explicitly stated their rewards, the airdrop soon. However, collecting these points, 100 SUPR, 50 SUPR, as the case may be, here and there, positions you. So when they officially announce the airdrop, you've been active in the ecosystem. Now that is what Superboard is. So what Superboard has done is, through Superboard, Etherlink has made us to know that 3 million is available for the entire public to farm for season 1. Now if I open each of these guys, it's just 5 quests basically, and 502 persons have actually done this, and the chain is Etherlink. So Etherlink is compatible with your EVM. You don't need to worry, but there are other wallets that you need, and I'm going to show you guys everything you need to do that shortly. So we have dexes. These are dex and dApps that are built on Etherlink, and the goal is to explore the Etherlink. And the very first one right here is to farm Apple for season 1. I have completed this and the reward is 100. So if I open that here, you're going to see the tasks and what I have done so far. It's just simple. The first task is to bridge. The second task is to swap via iguanaDex. The next is to follow Etherlink on X. The next is to follow Superboard on X, to retweet a post, and then to claim the rewards. And I have completed this. So what does this look like? Now when you click on the first one, okay, now the second task is to explore iguanaDex, supply and swap, and then the next task is to explore Hanji Dex, which is to trade and to provide liquidity pool. So beginning with the first task, which is the Apple Farm, what we're going to do, because I have completed all these tasks, I can't really access the page, but I left the link here. I'm going to leave this link in the description box of the video. Now if we click on this link right here, like, this is the basic place for you to do that. Okay, the very first task is to use the native EVM bridge to bring assets from any chain, say BNB, Avalanche, Base, as the case may be, to bring it over into the Etherlink chain. Now once you are here, you need 2 things. Number 1, you're going to be needing your EVM compatible wallet address. We've talked about this before. Everyone corrects with me. We take the wallet seed phrase address of your MetaMask and we import it into Rabbit wallet extension. This is how we achieve seamless interactions here at Overworks. All right, beautiful people, you're welcome to Overworks, and this is the place where we talk about the technical details of blockchain testnet airdrops. We break them down on a click-to-click basis because a lot of people do not have the technical background to understand these informations, and sometimes even the experienced guys like us, we still need some form of video guide to show us exactly what to do, and that is what we do here on Overworks. So we take all the technical details from the documentations, the guide that the developers have built, and then we interpret them in videos, okay, so that you can watch this video. And this video is targeted at anybody, whether you're a student, you're a worker, you're a parent, a stay-at-home parent, you don't even have a technical background. I can promise you that you can watch Overworks videos and you will understand what to do in order to interact with these opportunities. Now, when we say opportunities, I need you guys to know that every single video you see here is an opportunity to make money from zero. You don't believe me? Now let me prove my case. If you watch this video right here, I talked about how I made my first $2,000 crossing $1,000 landmark from zero in Web3 without trading, without fundamental analysis, without technical analysis. It was just me using technical informations to do specific tasks, and at the end of the day, that's how I made this money right here. So we made over $2,000 from the Walrus protocol that we interacted with over here. We did that a couple of months ago. We made $60 from social value airdrop. We made $30 from Term Finance, and we've been doing that for a while now. If this interests you, you're looking for ways to make money on the internet and you don't have money to start, this is the right place. The one thing we advise you to do is to subscribe to Overworks, follow us on X, join our community on Telegram, because we also put out time-sensitive informations in the Telegram community so that you can get started the right way. Now, also true is that you can have the opportunity to interact with me, to share screenshots, to tell me what your problem is, and I will be interacting with you on a one-on-one basis, a close range basis in these channels. So what are you waiting for, guys? Subscribe to Overworks, turn on the bell notifications, help us to get this video up so that more people can see videos like this. Now, the next thing you need a Tezos Tempo wallet. Now, Tezos Tempo wallet, the operations are a bit technical. The first thing you need to do is to install this wallet right here. This is the icon, this is the name. So you can just go to your Chrome web store and type Tezos, Tezos. So when you type that, and I'm going to put the title on the screen as you can see. So when you install the wallet extension, you're going to set it up and go through all the process to, set up your keys, do everything, and back up your seed phrase wallet, put your password in it and open it. So when you do that and the wallet is available, also you need to have your Rabbit wallet extension available as well. And when you do, the next step is to head over back down, ensure that you're set to the EVM bridge. Now this is to bring assets from any of the chains into Tezos. So what you're going to do, two options. Option one is to use the EVM bridge, which is a must. So what we're going to do is to set the destination to be Etherlink, and then we'll set the from to wherever you're holding assets on. So say for instance you're holding your base asset, you're holding assets in base. What you're going to do is, yep, that's just went out. So let me begin again. Now this is my EVM wallet address that I have connected. If I click on here, you're going to see for you to connect your Tezos wallet. Okay, I just disconnected my Tezos now, but for you to connect it, you will need to install this wallet extension on your browser and then install the same wallet on your mobile device. Import the seed phrase from this extension of Tezos Tempo wallet, import it into the application on the mobile wallet, and then you are going to use your mobile device, open it up. There is a scan feature just as you see on my screen right now. There's a scan feature. I'm putting up the screenshot of how the wallet looks on mobile, and you're going to click on the scan feature to scan the QR code. So if I click on, okay, so I will click on Tezos, and when I click on Tezos, it has disconnected. So now this is the pane for me to connect my wallet. So if I click on this button right here, it's going to say use extension, but then I need to like unlock this extension. But if I have unlocked it, you're going to see a barcode. Okay, so you're going to use your mobile wallet, which you have set up using the backup seed phrase from this extension right here. You're going to use that mobile wallet extension on your mobile device to scan the QR code, and you would have to like grant the permission, and once you're in, you're good. So the next thing you want to do is to bridge assets from any asset you're holding into your Tezos, which is the let me show you the token right here. No, so let me just open my wallet extension and show you the asset itself. So we are looking for Tezos. So this is Etherlink network, and this is the token. Now this token right here is what is used to power the transactions in your in the Etherlink network or chain. Just as we use Ethereum to power transactions in Ethereum, we use BNB to power transactions in BNB. The same way we use this XTZ, which is a ticker. XTZ is a ticker to power transactions inside of the ecosystem for Etherlink. So once you have all of that done, you're basically done for this section. Now the next section, in order for you to complete this task right here, which is to bridge to Etherlink, is to go head over to iguanaDex. So when you head over to iguanaDex, you are going to click on trade. You're going to click on trade, and if you've done the first step pretty well, you're going to have some balance here, but we're going to add. So what I'm going to do is, of course, first step is to connect your wallet to your main EVM wallet, your MetaMask wallet, and then the next thing is to look for the token you want to swap. So let's say I'm either swapping USDT or USDC. I'll just click on USDT, and I'll switch the bottom, which is the destination, the tool. I'll switch it to Etherlink. So this is Etherlink, and I'll just put, let's say, 25%. So when you do this and you swap, by the time you complete these transactions and you confirm swap, and your wallet is going to pop up and you're going to approve that transaction. But in my case, I'm not going to approve the transaction. When you complete the transaction, two things happen. Number one, I'm going to click on cancel. Number one is you have interacted in the iguanaDex Dex, and that will count as a task for the task that requires you to interact on iguanaDex. Number two is that you have completed this task right here, which is to bridge on Etherlink. And then the next one is to swap via iguanaDex, and because you use iguanaDex, this one right here, to swap, you have actually completed this task right here. This one right here, you've completed it, and you can just run through and you complete the task. Now the next task we need to complete is to of course, we haven't talked about the Apple Farm. So here is also a task from the Apple Farm page. So this is the page where we have, you can see it says use DeFi on Etherlink and get rewarded $3 million in season 1 rewards, and this will end soon. Now these are currently, it says explore opportunities, and these are like the protocols. These are the protocols that are available in the Superboard. We just concluded the iguanaDex swap, and there are more. Okay, so when we talk about the opportunities right here, this one says provide liquidity on Hanji BTC Vault, and the network we're using is Etherlink, and the action is to hold. So what we're doing, we just need to hold BTC in, we just need to hold BTC inside of the Hanji Vault, and we get the APR of 135%. And if we click on discover all, you're going to see more opportunities where you can put your money to work, and you're going to be earning rewards. Okay, and these rewards will count towards the distribution for the $3 million For some reason, I'm not getting any response from the page, but I'm going to leave this link in the description box. Now I need you guys to understand that no documentation actually is available on this. You can see if you provide liquidity on the Hanji BTC Vault, you're going to be getting the percentage allotted for this. It's okay, yeah, you're going to be getting 135%, and then you're going to be farming 178.572 thousand Apple rewards. Now Apple is like the rewards distribution, and this is worth something, and these are going to be like daily depending on the percentage, which is why I mentioned earlier that you need you're going to be needing capital for this. Let's say $100 or $200. So if you have up to $1,000, you can just appropriate your funds wisely in order to spread across the different opportunities that are available. And if you scroll up, you're going to be seeing different opportunities. This is uranium right here. We're going to be using the uranium protocol. This is Hanji. We're going to be using the Hanji protocol for this. This is iguanaDex. We're going to be using iguanaDex, but at the end of the day, all the opportunities centered around the decks that are currently live, and I need you guys to know that these are live as well. Okay, these are all live. You can go through this, and yep, for as far as the referral goes, I will be leaving my referral in the description box of the video so that you guys can get started on that as well. So the next task we are going to be concluding on this is to interact on the iguanaDex, and we just have two tasks. We need to swap, we need to supply. So we swap, we supply. Now the first is to swap, but guys, remember that when we were doing this first task, which is to bridge to Etherlink and then swap on iguanaDex, that allowed us to complete this task. So you can pretty much just click on the verify of this task and it will verify that. Click into the stacks. I can't really click in right now because I've completed it, and it's the way this software is designed. Once you've completed a task, you cannot go back to interact with it. And then for the second part, like I mentioned, if you are interacting currently in the Monad ecosystem, drop your wallet address in a description box. Your Monad wallet address. I'm going to be sending 0.1 Monad Faucet to the first 10 wallets, and I'm going to be doing this by the grace of God monthly. So for now, we're starting with the first 10 wallet addresses. Drop your wallet in the description box of the video, and I'll be sending to the first 10 wallet address. Now ensure that you are subscribed to Overworks, because even if you are among the first 10 persons who drop their wallet and you're not subscribed to Overworks, you're not even in the Telegram community, and you don't follow me on X, you will not be receiving the rewards. So ensure you do that. Get these Faucet tokens and watch this Monad video right here to do daily activities so that you and I can participate in this 244 million US dollars. Like it or not, lots of people are making life-changing money. My story has changed as well, and I want to be able to communicate all of this across. I'm not charging any money. I'm not asking you to pay me. I'm doing this out of love and support. So do that, subscribe to Overworks, and let us get back to the conversations. Now, if you do not understand what Testnet is, on your screen right now there is a video I have linked where I explained every single detail there is to what testnets are and how you can get started as a complete beginner. Watch the video and then come back to this. And lastly, watch this video right here, Mega ETH, where they have raised 57 million US dollars, and currently I have crossed 1,000 transactions in the Mega ETH ecosystem, which means I have properly positioned myself, and my wallet currently is in the top 1% for Mega ETH ecosystem. My wallet currently for Monad is in the top 0.3% in the Mega ETH ecosystem. So guys, I know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Welcome once again to Overworks community. My name is Emmanuel Ovo. For returning viewers, you're welcome. And for the guys finding us for the first time, we have always been here. We have waited for you, and now you found us. Let us do great things together. So now we can go back to the task we were talking about, which is on iguanaDex. Now the next is to supply liquidity. We're going to click on the explore button, and when we click on the explore button, we're going to click on pools, because pools is where the opportunities lie. So if you don't have funds, for the sakes of this, I would recommend you probably set aside $1 and then you're going to split that dollar in half. So we have lots of positions right here, and these are what you're going to be getting if you deposit funds into this pool. You're going to be getting 27.76% in Apple, and this is total value locked. And I need you guys to know that these are all mainnet informations. So the pool I would recommend, if you are not risk oriented, you can use a stable coin pool like USDT-USDC, and you click into this. Well, of course, we're going to be making our deposits in the V3 vault. So you're going to click on add liquidity right here. And when you click on add liquidity, you can see what they tell us already. Now, you're going to ensure that the deposit amount for USDC and USDT are equal, which means you can just, if you have $1, you can say 0.5 and the system will match it, because 1 USDT equals 1 USDC. And you're going to see two buttons right here. One says enable USDT, the next one says enable USDC. You're going to run through that sequence, and the upside of the Etherlink network is that transactions are ridiculously cheap. I mean ridiculously cheap. Yeah, so you don't really need to worry that much. Small fees, your transactions will fly. Currently, this is the cost of one Etherlink STZ tokens currently, which is 0.6 cents. So once you do that and you deposit successfully, you're going to go back to the task right here that requires you to provide liquidity on the DEX. Then you will click on the verify button and that will be done, and then you go to the rewards, and once you've completely verified the task, it's going to say completed like mine, and you can see currently 358 individuals have actually done this task. Now we'll get the reward of 50 SUPR reward tokens. And then the last task for today before we wrap up the video is this one right here. So the first one is to go through the disclaimer, which is pretty much, this is not a financial advice, all that type of talk. We're not a licensed stuff. Ensure you're doing this at your own risk. When you do that, you move on to the next task, which is to provide liquidity on the Hanji Vault. So I am going to try my best to pull up the Hanji Vault. We are here now. This is the Hanji XTZ Vault, which is the Etherlink. Like I said, XTZ is the native token for the Etherlink ecosystem. So the way this works is pretty much simple. You can use your XTZ to purchase the token. So now if we go back to the task, you need to provide liquidity in the Hanji Vault. Okay, so in your own case, when you open this, it will describe you the particular token you're supposed to get or you're supposed to use, if that makes sense. So now we're going to come back here, and in my own case, I actually used USDC to purchase the Hanji token. So what I did was to the reason is fixing on this guy. The reason it is fixing on this guy is because the access I used was to come back to the official Apple Farm website, and I use a different farm to access this location. But in your own case, you're going to get the actual metric that you should use, the actual description that you should follow. Okay, so when you do that, I used USDC. You're going to see a couple of tokens down here. In your case, I switched mine to USDC and I used USD. You don't need to buy much, actually. You just need to buy like 0.001 or 0.009 worth of USDC. The reason you're doing that is so that the smart contract that powers this application can be able to check, because it's all built on conditions. It's going to check, has user, which is yourself, does this user have a recorded transaction on the smart contract, yes or no? If yes, it will check. If it matches all the parameters, it will come back here and it will pass you on this transaction. It will run through, and then of course you need to trade on Hanji. Now to trade on Hanji, we're going to go back to the DEX and we're going to slide up. We're going to click on trade, and when we click on trade, in my own case, I just went for the XTZ USDC pair and I switched to USDC, so which means I'll be using USDC to buy. So you can just enter the amount you want, 0.009. Now the thing is, it's extremely easy, but it can be highly confusing. And in my own case, I looked all through Twitter. There were no documentations, no video guide whatsoever. So I had to find my way. I think I found one resource on the official documentation for Etherlink, but it wasn't really that helpful. I mean, it helped, but there were so many back and forth, and you can just click on buy. And as you can see, I have a trade right here. So you can see it says I have recorded 2 trades, as you can see, right? So when you go back to the task, you can see that it will pass you on here and you'll get the rewards. Now, what I need you guys to understand is your chance is now. So talking about how to position for the 3 million US dollars, if we head over to the leaderboard, you're going to see currently what a lot of farmers are farming. Now, the first person currently, this is the wallet address. This person is currently sitting on what, 11.9% worth of the entire allocation, which is around 176 million plus Apple tokens. Okay, apples. Let's call them apples. And all of this is worth 176 US thousand dollars. So if you scroll down, from what we see, one apple is worth like approximately $1. That's essentially what this is. So again, like I said, this farm season 1 will be ending 5th of June. So we don't have time. Okay, if you have $1,000, if you have $10,000, if you have $100, what I would recommend you to do is to click over on opportunities. When you click on opportunities, what you can do is to go and look for stable coin yield. Okay, something like this, for instance. So what you can do is to just hold USD in the Hanji USD vault. If you can provide this liquidity there, you will be farming 178,000 worth of tokens daily, depending. Now you can come here, you can trade, and when you trade USDC BTC pair on Hanji, you'll be getting 36. So if we click on this and let me just show you guys how this works. It's a swap task. So daily rewards is this 554 US dollars, 12 days left. Okay, last snapshot was captured 7 hours ago. Date is from 22nd of May through 5th of June. For the leaderboard, only have 9 users and a total of $568 has been distributed. So what do we have to do? We will swap. So let me click on swap. You can just be trading to gain more trade volumes, okay, and you'll be getting daily rewards for that. You can deposit into the vault in iguanaDex, or you can come over to the Hanji trade vault and trade to get volume while you have assets deposited. So USDC BTC pay here will come. I'm going to use USDC pair. I'm going to use USDC to buy, and I'm going to say 0.0. Let me see if I have, how much do I have? So I have a balance of 0.8, so I'm going to say 0.1. okay, and I'm going to buy. I just clicked on the buy now. It is not responding. I don't know why. Okay, so yeah, just like a normal trade. Okay, so I forgot this option was set on limit, which means you want the price of BTC to come to a particular point, but currently the price of Bitcoin is sitting at 951. So I'm going to do at market condition, and I'm going to switch over to USDC, and I'm going to say 0.1, and I'll click on buy again. I hope this goes through. It's not going, but guys, you get the idea, right? What you need to do, these are my balances. This is what I hold currently. I don't have any open orders. My trade history, if I click on trade history, you're going to see my trade history. If I click on order history, you're going to see all my order histories right here. And this is spending. Okay, this is me spending out. This option says allow USDC to be spent. So let me click on that and come back here and try again. It's not going. So I am going to troubleshoot why this guy isn't running through. God bless you guys. Take care of yourself. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.